Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with Carol. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I didn't get on yesterday because I was at work, but I did post, so hopefully it went to the post where people can see just some positive energy that I wanted to put out for everyone. But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just popping in for a quick second. I know that it's Christmas Eve. I know that some people celebrate their Christmas with their families on Christmas Eve. And I also am very well that Christmas is tomorrow, and some people might be out shopping, cooking, however you celebrate the season. Just wanted to pop in and say, guess what? We are still working on being intentional. We're going into 2025 and we're going to be intentional because being intentional is going to help us to achieve that future that we're looking for. We're going to love on purpose, be kind on purpose. We're going to be doing things on purpose. So, just like I said yesterday, you got this. And so, yesterday's affirmation was when you feel like quitting, when you feel like quitting, remember why you started. So you have to remember that why. Why are we being intentional? Why am I trying to take this new path? Why am I going this way? We have to know the why, but we have to also remain intentional. I want to read something to you. This book is All Hope is Found by Sarah Jakes Roberts. Not a newer book. It was one of her, I believe, first books. But very good energy in it. All right. I'm gonna read something to you, okay? It's one of the chapters, Where Are You Now? And part of it says this: the greatest trick that your enemy possesses is getting you to forget what you're working with. So that you become distracted, worrying about things that God has already taken care of. When you know what you're working with, you also know what you don't have to put up with. If there were a microphone in my head where my inner thoughts could be heard, I am certain you would ask for a refund for this book. Sometimes I have to talk sense to myself. Have you ever had to do that? I have an incredible knack for being skeptical about anything good someone says. Are you a skeptical person? Somebody that's always just not believing what people say? Um, Skeptical about anything good someone says about me and nurturing every judgment that comes my way. All that inner dialogue comes to an end when I finally tell myself, now, girl, you're worried about what they're saying that you haven't even asked God for his thoughts to rise to the surface. Are you like me? Are you like this? Have you been like this? Do you know someone like this? Do you have moments when you get caught fighting the wrong enemy with the wrong weapons? You're negotiating with your fears instead of paying attention to your faith. It reminds me of our girl Eve in Genesis 3. She should have curved that serpent like a girl who was determined not to let another man waste her time. And well, you know how he is when a man is wasting our time. When you know what you're working with, you also know what you have. You also know what you don't have to put up with. Seeing all things through a lens of hope is the most liberating perspective you can have. And I want to help you get there. It requires that you think less about what you're up against and more about what your opposition is making you believe about God and yourself. When you dissect the thoughts that worry and fear are creating in your present circumstance, compare them to the truth about God's faithfulness and your ability to endure. If God eased those worries and gave you a future and a hope, why would he quit now? God is not tired of showing up for you. God is not keeping tabs on how many times he had to bail you out. God loves you so much that the only thing he desires is to be connected to you with no dilution. We have to be intentional, people, in this life. We have to be intentional with our loved ones, with ourselves, honest with ourselves first, intentional about how to respond, intentional in the things that we do, in our situations and in our circumstances, intentional, doing it on purpose, having faith that things are going to work out the way they need to work out, not being skeptical, not judgmental. All right. I want you guys to take this with you. I want you to have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the love that you are surrounded with. Remember that you are enough, you are wanted, you are needed, and you are loved. Remember to live, love, never ever stop laughing. Always find room to forgive because none of us is perfect. And remember one love. I will check in later this week, but I want you guys to enjoy your holidays. Bye bye.